Hi, and welcome to another Chaos Gym video. It's Grafton Roll, joined by my good friend Rahul Reddy, and we're going to be talking about some of the changes that you might have noticed are happening to this season. So Rahul, how about you go and kick off with what we're talking about?
All right, hey guys, it's Rahul, and so right as of right now, there's one question on everybody's minds, and that's what's happening with this season. What are our BFLs? What is our CP limit for Worlds? And those are like the big overlying questions on everyone's mind. And recently, we've been getting a couple of like I guess leaks or rumors that are kind of like spreading in Burbank, and there was a link posted to one today by David Hodgman, and it was showing that regionals and worlds seem to be the same BFL, and it's a best of eight, which
Yeah,
is
so you see the best of eight, and I'm assuming that because it's normally the World's points from the previous year, that it's going to be the 2016 Worlds is still going to be counting for this year. But then if you didn't get World's point, you'll have 8 regionals open, and if you did get World's points like myself, then you'll have 7 regionals open unless you get more points than the World's points.
right. And so, what does this mean for us? This basically means if, regardless of where you are in the world, if eight best finish limits is accurate when we eventually do get the announcement, then we have to travel to a lot of them and perform decently well at a majority of the regionals slash have world's points carrying in to even have a chance at if day two still exists at the day two requirements, which is pretty nuts in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because, if you look at it like how we were doing last season, that means technically somebody could have over 1,000 points if they did very well at a lot of regionals, which isn't expected but could happen.
Right. And like most people, I want to say average between like 3 and 5 regionals a season. And I'm sure like more people attend more just because the new cash additions, the prize support, and like the fact that no regionals overlap, people have more of a chance to go to them. But like hitting 8 best finish limits for regionals just seems kind of ridiculous and a little out there. Like I don't think even if I have a ridiculously good season or anyone has a ridiculously good season, going to 8 regionals, much less finishing at at regionals well, is an incredibly a difficult task to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I see this, and I see it as both a good thing and a bad thing. Obviously, the good part about it is that it's gonna reward the players who do better at more tournaments, but at the same time, that's also skewed because it will help the players who have the ability to travel more and has the funds to go to more places, whether it be plane or driving or
Mhm.
whatever, and attend
Right.
more. And so people like you or me that, we are in college and we do have work that we have to do, that we
Yeah.
might not be able to travel to as many as other people. We might only be able to go to 6. We can't even have the
Right.
possibility of filling up the 8 slots.
Yeah. No. That realistically, I can't see myself going to 8 this year. And I want to say like if we do have the same structure as past years with the 300 championship points as our invite ceiling or the threshold, I think that this might be fine just because like 300 points doesn't seem that difficult to get still. But now you're creating a bigger rift between players who want to go for that day two and stay for that day one. So you're forcing players who are trying to go for that day two invite to go to more events and perform better at more events.
Yeah, absolutely. And, another thing that we have to keep in mind is that we don't know the CP structures for these tournaments, right? Right,
No, yeah,
right at the moment. So
we don't. No.
they could easily drop the point structure down, and we also don't know how many points we're needing for Worlds. I believe at Worlds this year, Pokemon said that there would be an announcement about mid-September. So since this
Right.
stuff is just coming out now, I feel like if they weren't already planning on doing it soon, they are going to definitely like hasten what they are planning to say to us.
Right, we're about 3 weeks out of Arizona, so I'd expect something by the end of this week, hopefully, because that would give us, I guess, a good insight as to where we need to go, what we need to make plans for. Because I'm sure like everyone is thinking about, hey, how many tournaments do I need to go to this year to get my invite? Now that there's 8 regionals, are we gonna have like 500 CP like we did back in DC? Is this what's gonna happen? So it's just we gotta think about that kind of stuff. And then another thing that came up an earlier quote unquote leak that occurred was when there was some another person, I don't remember whom, had posted to Verbank that we had two quarterly things, as in like summer, fall, winter, spring seasons now, and there's a BFL of two for LCs for those, which was a lot of talk and a lot of controversy at the time. Going, hey, now that we know this information, a lot of the players who skipped LCs previously or have not gone to them are now under pressure to go to LCs because everyone's presuming the summer season ends at the end of September if everything goes 3 months, because points for this year started getting calculated at the end of nationals, which is July. So, and then today there was David also posted pictures of uh, the same standing structure, but it says League Cups and League Challenges like right next to each other with a slash in between with a BFL 2. So what I interpret this to be is that they now share a best finish limit, which makes League Challenges almost worthless in my opinion, because with a best finish limit of 2, if you share them, League Challenges at most will award you 15 CP with 230, and League Cups, if they follow the same structure as City Championships from last year, which they are, you can get up to 100 for each 50, so 2 makes 100. So what are the point of League Challenges anymore? That's like my biggest question in regards to this.
Yeah, and you are right. If they do share the same structure, which I'm pretty sure they will, and it's not 100% yet, but it's pretty sure certain that they'll carry the same amount of weight as last year City Championships. You are correct. The League Challenges are pretty much worthless, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty skeptical about the whole thing. And I tried to pull up a picture of the picture that he posted, and it didn't work. So, if you saw that little box, that's what that was. It was just a little too blurry. But I myself am very skeptic about this. I see it as, there's going to be two, but I don't think Pokemon would do something like that. I feel like there might have been a typo, or they put it on the wrong page or something. I just think, since it's not set in stone yet, I wouldn't start panicking, and I definitely wouldn't be the person saying, hey, I'm not going to League Challenges, because you have to remember that, like, since it is capped out at 30 points, I kind of feel like they're going to separate them. So the League Challenges you can get 2 of, and the League Cups, or I might refer to them as cities at some point, or you'll still be able to get 2 of them as well per season. Well, sorry, per what? Is it season? Quarter?
Yeah, I guess season would.
Yeah, so
Or like
per
quarter,
quarter, per quarter, you can get the 2, and by what we've already seen, we've already missed 1 quarter, right?
To the most part, like if we were to assume that the summer season began at the beginning of July, right after Nationals concluded, which is when League Challenges for this season, the 2016-2017 season started taking effect, that would be a 3-month span, meaning we finish up at the end of September. So there's like 18 days left for people to get points from this season or this quarter.
Yeah, exactly. And so the issue that I have with the whole thing is that if they were making this change, and we knew TOs already knew about this, right? We knew that the changes were coming, then the TOs would have already been planning League Cups for the time right after Worlds leading up to the next season. So I think there's a lot of issues with this right now, and I don't think anybody should just hop on the I'm not going to League Challenges bandwagon.
Yeah, you should go to League Challenges. I like overslept one, and I'm pretty upset about that because like if we do have a separation between League Cups and League Challenges, I'm assuming they're together, but if we do have a separation, that 30 points from League Challenges, it could make a huge difference if we do have stipends like previous years, or if we do have a day 2 again, a day 2 system. So if we follow previous year's formats, every single point does matter. So this isn't like a video discouraging you to not go to League Challenges. This is like go out there and play Pokemon still.
Yeah, this video is really like I still think there's an issue with the League Challenges and the League Cups, which is going to be really annoying since they're both LC. I think there's an issue there on the website, but really what we wanted to look at was this Regionals Worlds thing, because this is a big deal. Because if we see the same structure, like we were saying, the amount of points that one player can get is going to be so much more than they could have gotten the previous years. Even
Yeah.
without states being around anymore, just the amount of points that one player can achieve is astronomical, especially now that there's actually like money put into it.
Like, I mean,
So,
I'm assuming people are going to travel regardless,
yeah.
just because of the money. But now it gives incentive for some players who, I guess, have more time on their hands to hit up. I think there's like 20 regionals throughout the season announced so far, or something like that, like close to 20.
Hmm.
They had the potential to attend all of them, which is insane in my mind, like the way I'm thinking. And like there's four intercontinentals, so if you can hit up all 20 regionals and four intercontinentals, there's just so much potential for points. And like the other question that comes up is where do intercontinentals fall in all of this?
Exactly. So another pictures that were put up were for the national tournaments. The main point of this season is that they're cutting the states in the national tournament. So why is there still
Right.
something saying that you can get a best of nationals? And that's why I think there's still typos here, because
Hmm.
I haven't heard anything about, the third parties are running the nationals out, but I haven't heard anything about those actually being sanctioned events. Will they give out
Right.
points? Maybe. We saw the Origins tournament, and that gave out the state level points and
Right. Right.
an invite. So we can see that like it doesn't have to be like, and that was run by Pokemon, but that was kind of like Origins and Pokemon put together. So we
Hmm.
can see that Pokemon will sanction events not ran by Pokemon TOs in a way.
Yeah, I can like assume that well, like in regards to the big national level events, I think the other historic one is the ECC that happens every year. So like I can imagine more big level like Pokemon sanctioned, not Pokemon run events popping up, giving like more stores and more organizations a chance to make a name for themselves with partnerships through Pokemon. Like recently, the ARG tournaments have been popping up. Maybe they have a chance to do something. Um, like the ECC again is an example. I'm assuming that'll stick around for
Hmm.
this upcoming year, and then Origins has a chance, which was a super big tournament last year. The turnout was incredible for the lack of publication and the lack of advertising it had. And with proper advertising, I think it could have been a regional size event. So I would assume that it could also fill one of the shoes of a nationals level event.
Yeah, and since Nationals has been at Origins multiple times, it wouldn't probably be that hard for them. So the main questions that this leaves are: is there a typo, or is league challenges and league cups put together? What's the point structure going to be like for regionals? Will Nationals still give points even though there isn't actual like official Pokemon Nationals? And then finally, will Intercontinentals even give points since they don't have a BFL listed on the website yet? There is a possibility that BFLs could just be money and prizes tournaments, and they don't even give you points towards Worlds because of the
That could be fair.
exclusiveness, that how much travel it takes to get to these things. Pokemon doesn't want it to be skewed even more, and I wouldn't be that upset about it because I don't think I'm going to be able to travel to more than one intercontinental, but some players could probably go to all four.
I might do one with my family at one point, but like I don't see myself doing another one outside of North America readily. Um, but yeah, this is there's a lot of big questions raised, and like this video isn't meant to answer a lot of those questions, but just to, like summarize what we think is kind of happening right now. And I'm sure, I hope, I'm not sure, I hope by the end of the week we'll have some more information from Pokemon themselves, and like this is like I know this is like the hot question on everyone's mind, like the hot topic right now. So just it would be nice to like I guess talk about it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll keep you updated whether through Facebook, or we might make an update video to this once Pokemon does release an actual like an official statement for what's actually going on
Yeah,
this season, which again should be happening pretty soon, I would hope.
hopefully, yeah. And then like we'll keep you updated. So just stay posted, and we'll get to this season together, guys. We'll
Yeah,
get through it.
we will. So this has been Grafton Roll,
And Rahul,
and we are members of the Chaos Gym. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment. Uh, Twitch streams will be down in the description along with our Facebook, so go follow us or like us there. Rahul, any final thoughts?
if you have any like if you have any of your theories, any thoughts on your end, and something we overlooked, for example, please feel free to comment it because like I love because we're just two guys, we have a little bit of a narrow-minded perspective. So having more people talk about it could give us more insight, and maybe like we're missing something. So like we'll work together as a community to, I guess, figure it out or like be confused together.
All right. So thank you guys for sitting through the video if you made it towards the end, and we'll catch you next time.